swimming, he's going to jam the shit out of me if I swim. Okay? Let's say I'm taller than Heath. His hands are lower. I sweep, I grab, I pull and swim. Okay? Let's say he's sitting deep. He's giving ground and sitting deep. Now I want to become a more physical rusher. Let's say he sits short to the line of scrimmage. I want to become a more finesse rusher. Okay? Let's say I'm a contain rusher. I'm a contain rusher. He's sitting with his pads horizontal to the line of scrimmage. That means I can get around him. Let's say his pads go vertical to the line of scrimmage. I got to come under him. Maybe I have to get him to depth, but I got to come under him. Because if I try to go around this guy, I may gain 20 yards, but it'll be probably they will shit. You know what I mean? You know with me? That's what I mean by option. The first part of this drill, Steve, is some drill, and then we'll go into technique. Don't holler at me if you want. Don't holler at me if you want me to stop. Do some pre-practice again. Flexibility is a big part of pass rush in our opinion. Stretch and loosen. I told you earlier, we stretch by groups. This is a crescent kick. He does it really well too. Not bad. Crescent kick. Hip flexibility. Big part of pass rush. Side kick. Different area of the hip. Growing. Big part of rushing the passer. Upper body flexibility. Upper body, big bellies and tight upper bodies, you can't do shit with. You know what I mean? Watch this boy's hips right here. Watch his hips. You see him turn his hips? You know, see him good. Good job taking it off. See his hips slide through there? You gotta have flexibility in your hips. They did a study at the Saints one time on all the great, watch your nose here. Now he'll turn two ways. Hips one way, hips the other way. Watch the Florida center's pad. Watch him pull the pad. Watch his right shoulder pad. Three technique. Watch his hips. See his hips come around? Flexibility in hip area. Upper body. Watch the three technique here now. Great pull. We'll do that technique. We'll talk about that technique in a little while. That's what we call a pull, slide, and stretch. But look at the upper body flexibility that he's able to use right there. This three right here. Now the thing we don't do here, we lose the pattern. We lose the pattern. This really hurt us this year too. We lose the pattern to this. We lose the pattern to the rush. But watch this kid. Hips and upper body. Beats Auburn guard pretty handily right there. We lose the pattern. We let the quarterback outside. Watch his nose guard. Watch his hips and shoulders. This is play action pass. We get an interception. This is night we beat the shit out of Alabama. 16-14. Yeah. Big play in the game, guys. You'll see it. Look, you see the hips and the upper body. Great pull, great hip. And we get the interception because he did a good job tackling high. Watch the five technique right here. See his hips come around. Stance and starts. This is what we're talking about out there. We had a clinic out in the hallway. And we're talking about read defense. We play read, but we play go too now, guys. I mean, we're going to make a call based on down and distance formation, things like that. We really work on this. Is pre-practice. This board's really good right here. Moving on the ball. Using those arms. Sprint out there, just like the track guys do. We don't want to raise the hand up because that raises the body up. We want to roll off the front hand and roll off the front foot. This is an interception against Florida that we do a good job of coming off the ball with 3 guys. And we do a good job of getting penetration and get our hands up. And the quarterback really made a ill-advised throw up there and gives us the interception. Watch this guy gets Notre Dame right here, man. You can see his technique, I think, pretty good. Yes. Yes. We want to. I don't have the overtime operator in this thing right here. I know it's a play in this thing. See his hip right here? This is a full slide swing move, too. But the thing I want you to see on this shot right here, you roll off the front foot and roll off the front hand. Watch his right hand come back. So you track guys teach those guys, that's the same thing. Watch him sprint off the ball. Watch the ball, watch him sprint off. Yeah, we narrow that base, you know, when we make that pass call. Here's a good job by 2 guys. Penetration, getting off the ball, about 2 days, about 3 on all the way back to the quarterback. This is a little drill we call read and rush that we do. And if we get caught in a read defense and you're throwing the ball, pass, lane, we call the lane, we call the rush lane, and we make sure the guy abides by the rush lane. But he's working on not sitting in the blocks. Y'all know what I mean? That's the worst thing about read defense. If they throw the ball and you get a read call, you know, teach him to come off that ball and not be sitting in the blocks. Here's a veer block. Here's a pull. Here's a veer block. Now, all he knew that he's a read 5. He's a read 5 with an outside rush line. The guy gives him a veer block. Don't take long to do that. And that's a good little drill. Here's what we're trying to avoid. Watch the right 3 here. Great Bob swatting swim move. But the thing was, he's sitting in the blocks here. See that little hesitation? That's the thing. It caught us in a read defense, and we get a little hesitation here. So, and this is the same thing against Auburn right here. Great full slide and swim move. Watch him. Cleared himself. Nice. Here's a good rush. Here's a good one. Here's a little. Here's a rip and spin move. Individual period. We talked about agilities. These are the agilities we normally do on Wednesday and Thursday. This is one we call get off, wave and grass, break on the ball. We try to get 2 or 3 things done right here. We're working on get off. Here's a little wave and grass drill. Here's a man back here showing them which way the ball's going and they break on the football. Now, if y'all don't rush me, I will stay on this drill too damn long. There's the get off part. Here's what's the get off right here. See, that's just a great get off sack right there. Again, let me show you something now. Here's a guard doing what me and Coach was showing you a while ago. The guard stays horizontal. He just goes right on around. When his pads are horizontal, you can get around his ass. Okay? This ended the Texas game in 91. This sack did right here. It's 4th we lead. We beat the shit out of them 6-3, I think, at that time. That sack ended it on 4th down right there. But good job getting off. Here's the waving grass. And again, we talked about this down, up, down. I used to think it would piss you off. But look, here's a big play in that Alabama killing. It cost an incomplete pass. Guy just hustling his ass off. Getting up off the ball. Watch it. Hold that one, Burlap. This was old, what was that good receiver? They had a bunch of good ones. Timmy Brown, it took about 3 of our guys. So this was helpful for that nose guard to make that play for us, to be honest with you. Okay? This one right here is an interesting play. This is a boy that's on the ground, he's up, and this is what effort gets you, guys. It gets all of us. These 2 guys tight end is in the zone open, but watch what happens. Because the guy can't set his feet, because the quarterback can't, he has to loft the football because of a couple of kids giving a great effort. And the tight end gets to spend the night in Starkville, Mississippi. Because he knocked his ass off. Now, break on the ball, this is something we put a lot of emphasis in. When that ball's thrown, and in this drill we just ask for 5 yards. This is the classical one. Watch the nose guard here. He's playing drawing screen, coach. And then watch his head. Good effort, isn't it? I tell you, that's what we stay. Guys like that, what keeps us in the business. I mean, just the hell of the effort, old boy. This is going against Auburn. He throws it, you'll see the nose guard break on it and make a nice play for us right here. This is the nose here. The guy's called, our guy's called it scooting. Watch the nose guard. He's playing drawing screen. There's the screen. There he's scooting. Watch his head. Watch the nose guard's head right here. Watch his head when the quarterback throws the ball. I think that's one of the things you get out of that drill is you don't get hesitation. Boom, it breaks the ball, makes a play. Here's a nice one right here. It's against Florida several years ago. Watch the right defensive end and the nose guard. Good effort to the ball. Ball's thrown, turn and go. And here's the same one. This is a right end and a nose guard right here. They do a good job of getting out here on this little screen. I think we get that. Those are 2 or 3 things that we get out of that one little guilty group. These are the bob bags right here that we think are really helpful for us. And what we're doing is bobbing, swatting, and swimming, and bobbing, swatting, rip. And I'll show you that technique that we try to do. It's helpful. It keeps me from having to bend over. So that's helpful. It'll sit itself back up. And it tell you what it does. When they work with each other, they are not going to knock the shit out of each other like it. Because it's your turn next. And I understand. So they'll hit these bags. And that's so important in the swat is, clubbing with that hand. Here's a bob, swat, swim. And here's when we do a little double. They like this at the end. This is our last thing. And we'll call it, round this one way and around that one way. 2 swims, 2 rips. And then what really gets them is to say, okay, do a swim, do a rip. That gets them laughs usually. But it's really good. There's a rip. There's a swat and rip. Here's a swim, swat and rip. Right there. Here's a little practice shot you see. That, now, somebody asked me about aggressive blocker just now. This is the thing that we think on the aggressive guy is finesse stuff, bob stuff. See, that's a real aggressive guard right there. He's thinking about punching your damn lights out. I can tell you. So, watch him right here. Watch what this does for him. They're aggressive. That's a good move on them. If they're really aggressive, more really punch you hard like that. Now, here's a little thing right here we were talking about there in the hallway a while ago. This is a bob and swat move, and it's finished with a club. Some of us were talking about that in the hallway a while ago. If he grabs me, I got 2 choices. When I get him clear, I can either come with a rip or he come with a club. Here the guy comes with a club. And again, that's counter moves to what you're getting. So watch his left arm. Watch his left arm come over. See the club down? It's a way of getting free if he's reaching out and grabbing you like that. Here's you can see those stances. We're expecting Alabama to throw the football, and they did. He beats this one right here. Watch him. See him clear the guard, and that's that little bottom swat bags. I think that's where he gets that ability to do that bottom swat and swim. Here's the left tackle doing the same thing. Watch him on the guard. Cleared himself like that. We want as little contact as we can possibly get in situations like that. Here's a nice bomb swat. There's another point that we try to get him to do here. He rushes, the contained rusher is always rushing at the upfield shoulder. The upfield shoulder. The quarterback stand like that. We're talking about rushing at the upfield shoulder. If he steps anywhere, we want him to step up. So we try to. Here's a guy doing a good job with his hands on the swat. I don't know if you can see this now. Then he swats and swims the guard. side blocks the back. We got heavy bags, those boxing bags. We use that a lot. In the off season, we pound those things because we want them to learn to use those hands and arms like it. Here's a drill that we call dip and lean, and we think this is really important. There's two bags, and see how he's leaning to the quarterback. The thing that you want to do when you develop that little lean to get around the blocker. If you don't, you get upfield and you don't. So it's a little dip and lean drill. This is a day in shorts during two days, so it's a good day to do this kind of stuff. Dip like that. Yeah, or either knock the ball down. They turn and go 5. We don't run them all that. Here's a nice lean right here. I ain't trying to get them in shape doing that, but just run 5. Here's a nice lean. Seeing lean look like 18 wheeler trying to get turned around there, but you got it. Here it is again, the same kid. And I joked about his left arm. Yeah, he got that left arm doing like that. He's trying to get that lean back in there to the quarter. Here's one right here. Now he uses his right arm on the lean. Watch your right 5. It's against Nebraska. He's swinging that right arm, but I would suggest this: don't ever rush a passer without a target. They need that target, and they need to learn to lean to get to it, things like that. Here's one right here. He uses what we call a low block, which we'll talk about in just a minute. He'll low block, and then see him lean around there and get to the quarterback. Here's one that you can see leaning right here. He clears the tackle, and watch him lean back inside. It was a screen pass, but he was on track to the quarterback, which is good. Here's one leaning right here. Here's a nice lean right here, about 77. And that's why I think the value of rushing with a bag is so important, or some type of target. Have it in there, because they really need, I think, to learn to lean and feel and find that quarterback in there. This is a draw drill. Who are we talking about the draw while ago? Somebody talked about the draw out there a few minutes ago. This is a draw drill. He's going to be upfield, and we want him to retrace his steps, keeping leverage on the ball. We don't want him to do this now. We don't want him to overrun the ball and let the ball spill back outside. But the draws are intent. Most of the long draws, they get the linebacker downfield, they get the contained rusher up the field, and they hit that draw in there. Here's a guy retracing. How about this ball here? It's a hell of a manager. Anything I needed, he's asked me to come up with it. I tell you, I miss him. He's one of them scrounge guys. Watch it 5 here. Keeping leverage on the ball, squeezing it back between the linebacker and the nose. And the nose guard is doing that steer drill right there and does not commit until the back commits. Because if you commit over here, he's going over here. This is against Auburn this year. See how they squeezed it back together there? That's really a good play by the nose and the linebacker and the see it? Here's a good one about a retrace. Watch this free technique right here. This is a hell of a play by this run left 3 over here. See him cross it and get back under there. It's just like running around a block. If you run around that block, you're going to wind up tracking it. If you retrace your steps and everything, you'll have a chance to make the play. Right 5. Nice hell of a play, retrace it back up. Here's one right here I kept from years ago. Watch his position on the back. See how he's leverage on the ball, keep it on the back hip and squeezing that thing down. It's been helpful to us on the draws. Here's the nose guard now. Here's a good play by the nose, playing the draw. He's going to let the back commit, and he's going to do what we call slide your body between the ball carrier and the goal line. The thing that we emphasize to our guys is shuffle your feet over and get between him and don't reach for him. He has to reach a little bit here, but he's shuffled over. Here's a good one right here. You can see the nose steering the center and letting the ball make the decision. Slides over and makes a play, 2 yards, 1 yard, whatever. Here he is against Miami. A really nice play by the nose guard. This is something we spend a lot of time on. I was bragging about our guys today, knocking down 23 last year and 17 this year. That's 40 balls that we knocked down. So it's something that just don't happen. We spend time on it. Well, these two drills I'll show you here. This one right here now, that fancy quarterback right there, see, is that's who I use on my drills. Me and the damn manager and everything. That's my ass right there. But what that quarterback is doing is showing him hand off the ball. That's the time to get ready to jump. We talked to him about that. He's not going to throw it normally like this. When he gets ready, they do it like that. So it doesn't tell you to jump. It tells you get ready to jump. If I'm not there, I may be able to knock it down. See it right there? I'm doing it very deliberate too, because that's the way. It's just a learning thing. And try to show them we're going to the indicator. Indicator down, jump, get ready. And we tell them, try to put your hand in the flight of the ball. Right there. Don't hit at the ball, just try to put your hand in the flight of the ball. That's a point that we think it has some merit to it. Get ready to jump. Now, the other drill is a three-step drill. We tell him when the I'm sorry, I won't do one. I think this is a three-step drill. The side where the quarterback is looking on the three-step is where he's normally going to throw the football. So those are the guys that can knock it down. The other side is the one that can get the sack. Backside, continue your rush. Front side, push down and away or push him off and get ready to get your hands up. Here, you can see it here, I think. This is my graduate assistant here who's got a white hat on. You see where he's looking. Normally, that's what they're going to do. They're going to throw some kind of intermediate route, skinny post, quick in, whatever. And on the three-step, they're going to look it in. And that's a tip for us that we can knock it down with that side. Backside, continue rush. It's been pretty good to us. Now, over here, I've made a lane call this way. We're still working on that. I told him an inside lane right here, and he rushes inside. So we're getting something else done while we're doing that. We're going to throw it over here, and I don't know what we're telling this guy right here. I don't know where he's got outside, inside. Now, watch the nose guard here. If you can see this is a really good shot against Auburn this year. Watch the quarterback's indicator and watch the nose guard's hand. It's really a good picture of it. He takes it off, he gets ready, and he knocks it down. This is a play pass. Against Alabama, this was a big play in the game. We got a good push on him, gets his hands up, hits the ball, and we get to him for the INT. We saw this one. This is the one against Florida. Got the hands up. He had to pull it down. Let's see. I think this is over here. Yeah. He sees it come off, and he spikes it. Here's one. Watch the right five. This is a good reaction by the five technique. Up the field. Saw the thing. Three-step drop. This is here's a good vertical by this kid right here. See how he gets his hand right in the flight of the ball? We miss him a lot of times swinging there, but we can get our hands in the flight of the ball. That's helpful to us. Here's one right here. This is a good one. It's kind of an old film. Well, not kind of old. Real old, what it is. But if you can see, this is Leonard Marshall. This couple of pretty good guys over here. They get their hands up and watch the backside. The backside continues his rush. That's a guy who can get to him on the sack if he calls him to pull it down. Here's a good one by this right five right here. This is a three-step game. He gets his hands up, then he turns and breaks to the football, and it's the second guy there. Okay, this is a in the middle drill here. You can do it for your nose or your two guys covering the guard. But it teaches them to stay in lanes, working inside and working outside like that. This happens to be a nose guard. Around the center one way and around the guard or the back the other way. And you know, lanes are just as important to us as anything else. Here he is against Nebraska, and I watch him around the center one way, around the guard the other way, and you see where he's coming? When he does that, he's coming right up the chute. What happens to them if they're not disciplined and they really don't, they'll drift out there and they have you destroy your lanes and everything, and it makes it tough. Watch your nose here now. This is good by the nose. He wants to go outside, but he works himself back in that lane and gets a knockdown ball. Same thing here. He's tempted. He's really wanting to go where it's soft. Get back under, go around. Good heat. Should have been a pick. Now, the pressure out of the nose guard gets this sack force right here. This is what we try to sell to our inside rushers. This is Leonard Marshall over here on the right, using what we call a vertical pad. But the thing was the quarterback couldn't step up, and that's something that I didn't do a very good job. Watch the quarterback here. The push by the nose puts the center right under the quarterback. And the quarterback now can't follow through. And if you'll see, watch, he throws the ball off the football. Watch your nose push here. Here's the sack, but watch your nose collapse the pocket. This is something I didn't do a very good job of this year. We didn't get that. And we allowed the quarterback to step up. And he'd step up because we got the good heat off the corner and throw and relocate. Here's a nose staying in the middle, and what they've done here is they push the ball to the nose. This is a three-man rush. Here's a pull slide swim. Here's a rip. The nose is almost gets out of his lane, stays in it. The outside rush pushes it up, and the nose gets a sack. But that's big in our thinking. Here's one they push to the nose. We got to get somebody to collapse the pocket from inside out, and we got somebody to force the pocket from outside in. And we didn't do a very good job of that this year. Watch his nose on the double. He just lowered his head. They had him, and he just lowered his head and pushed up that field. We didn't get the sack, but it wasn't his fault because he's really doing a good job with the guard and center. Here's the nose. This is a guy splitting them and working them, staying in his lane, and he'll come out with a sack. The lanes are real important if you're going to be a good pass rusher football team, because all that effort goes to waste if he can step and get outside of contain and do that kind of stuff. Here's what we try to do when you get double on you like this. This is a little slide protection by Tennessee. Watch your nose guard split them. And what we want him to do is we want to get one pad on one level and one on the other. We don't want to keep the pads pad to pad. So we try to split them and get between them. He does a nice job of it. Watch him against Miami. Good effort by the nose, staying in the middle. They about to choke his ass to death, see? But he does a good. I know that ain't holding, is it? Joe, that ain't holding, is it?
There's no hold.
No, I don't. Can't be.
Take down.
Yeah, they got him around the neck, but the guy's done a good job of working the collapse pocket. So this is screen. This is something I told you we spend Wednesday on, and we're reading drop and chop with the tackle, and we're reading two things with the nose guard. We're reading double drop, or we're reading the feel of the lineman pull. Those two things have helped our nose make a lot of play on screens. So double drop, most of them on screen, they got a drop and then they drift. And we'll read that too. So you got to read that here in just a minute. And drop and chop is what we get a lot of times with the five technique. They're trying to keep his hands down so they drop and chop. So he's just reading that and reacting to it. Very simple. It doesn't take very long to do, but it's been very helpful to us. We get a lot of plays on the screen by our nose guard, and some by this guy. Watch your nose here against Georgia. This is a really good play. Double drop. He just felt it, Watch your nose here against Alabama. You'll see the nose. Read the pullers. Gets out here and makes a play. He'll read the pullers right here, both of them. Nose guard does a good thing, gives him the sideline to go to, that's all. Watch this one. This is an interesting one here. Watch him against Georgia right here. Watch him read the gas pull. flat 40, guys. One of the best ones I've ever coached on. Love to play ball, he plays now in the USF World League, and he goes to Canada and plays. He can't hardly get enough of it, to tell you the truth. I mean, he's just a competitive, great guy to coach. Smart, see him feel that pull, and just a great effort to get out here and make a play. This is the nose guard in the Peach Bowl. Good job. He'll see him read the puller. He goes a long way down here to make the play on the screen. This is the nose here against Auburn this year, and you'll see he'll read the pullers for a 3-yard loss. Now, at times we rush him, and at times we commit him to the rush, and times we'll play drawing screen with him. So that's a drop and chop by that. There's a couple of them. It's a drop and chop on the 5. He gets up, comes down here, and gets in on the play. This is a drop and chop. Watch him. He don't even look at the quarterback. Now watch him. They pull him down here. That's the Leon. See him pull him down. He'll get on his ass like that too. But watch him, guys. Watch his reaction. He knows what's going on. To the point where, watch him, he don't even look at the quarterback. See, he knows his screen. He just hauls ass stuff and gets in on the play. And here's the same kid in the read against Florida State. This is really a great one here. See him feel the drop and chop? Here's one reading the double drop. Scoot. That's a boy we lost 2 years ago, died with a broken leg, of all things in the world. Great kid and a great football player. He is Southeastern. He was National Lineman of the Week 1 week, and got his leg broken down here, and went to hospital and died. It was tragic. Play pass. We're talking about play pass outside some of us a while ago. This is something we get a hell of a lot of, is play pass. And we don't think we can probably sack the quarterback, but we want to affect his throw if we possibly can. We call the lane, and we're playing soft base. We got the guy meshing and coming off, and then we use what we call a push pullback. We're going to shove him until he leans forward. When he leans forward, we're going to yank him. Wherever his weight is, we're going to take advantage of it. Push, pull. Now, I think the next one right here, he's just going to keep retreating, the blocker is. As long as he's soft, we're going to push. When he rolls his weight forward like that, we're going to pull and swim back. Push, push, push. The quarterback's got 2 enemies. You one of them, and that blocker backing up in there is another one. So we just soon get that done. Lane, outside lane, push and pull. Run, inside lane, push and pull. Push, inside lane, pull. Push, pull. Turn the hips. Don't pull him into your chest. Pull him and turn your hips. Don't pull him back on you. Turn your hips when you pull. I got a TV shot of this one. This is a hell of a play right here. And we'll look at the TV shot. This is a back end view. This is this year against Florida. And you'll see why it was such a valuable play. Watch the 3 technique. Push, pull. See him come up in there and Shane's face? Here. See, the ass really is what he did. The guy looks like he's out of practice early right there. But the push and pull, watch here again. Push, pull, work himself through the gap. Here he is, same kid right here playing 3 technique against Alabama. Push, pull, scramble for the quarterback. Cause a bad throw. We don't sack him a lot. Now here's a really good one. You can see this one, I hope, pretty good. It's a TV shot. He's going to play the cutoff block. And he's going to pull it and swing it. And he's sprinting for the quarterback. The quarterback feels this and throws the ball up. You can affect his throw. You may not sack the quarterback, but here's another one right here. You can affect his throw if you're coming up that field like that. Here's one right here. It's in slow motion. The nose is going to play all this counter fake and everything. Now he's pulling, and he's sprinting for the quarterback's jump. And he throws about a 3-yard ball. Double pull here. This is a double snatch. Right here to get a sack against Alabama. push, soft. They get hard, snatch it. Turn your hips, pull them back. Here's Thomas right here pushing it up underneath the quarterback. They stayed soft, he pushed underneath the quarterback. Burline put a little air under it, and we get the interception. Here's the one against, that I was telling about, the one against Florida. This is a TV shot of it right here. You can see him right here, straight, push, pull, worked his way to the quarterback. Good play. Lanes and games. We do this on Wednesday and Thursday. We think this is real important. I keep talking about lanes. They're really important to us. And games, so we call it drills. Lanes and games, we call it, we short pass, and it's a rehearsal is what it is of lanes and games. We make the game call, whatever the game might be, and we'll run through it like that. And you know, here's a guy twisting for containment like that, and whatever. Five-man rush, lanes and games. That's a bear look. Five-man rush. We just make the call, let them run through the thing, and it ain't it's a rehearsal is what it is, to be honest with you. Here's a game right here. Now the next thing on the film is some games. I don't know, I see some people leaving. Y'all really get into technique, or y'all getting hungry, or what? I don't know if you want to see these games or not. Lanes, this is a lane right here. Now this is something we think is, this is what we try to say. We call this shot jailbreak for obvious reasons. Everybody's out. But look at the lanes. That's what we're trying to get accomplished, is get that squeeze on them all the way. Here's a little game right here we call Detroit, which is a delay. D for delay, I guess you remember that. So this is a delay move by the outside backer. It's a read stunt. You see him come under it? Yeah. And the three technique, we pick the guard, we rip the guard and pick the tackle. Here it is right here in the bowl game against South Carolina. This is early in the game. And a good hit on the quarterback too. I tell you what, I was going over here to this, I can get fast forward, I was going over here. Here's one though, you might want to see this one. This is a delay game against Texas, and we'll have a back shot of it in just a minute, where we drive up field with the five technique and we fold under with the outside back, right here on this side. We like protection where the guard is dueling to run that stunt. If the guard is dueling on the inside back and outside back, because he's got to be in a hurry. If we get that outside linebacker coming up the field, he's got to be in a hurry on that thing. I'll get over to some technique. Those games you guys don't know. Two or three things that are pretty good on that. I'll try to get in a hurry. Okay, here's what we teach this thing that we think is real helpful. This is the first technique we call pull, slide, and swim. And this is where we start right here with the pull, slide, and swim move. I'm going to go back because that's it. We do it first rep. I'm sorry, that's the second rep. I think this is good. We go 3 reps on each thing. And you see we coach it about, 8 guys, 9 guys right there. The first rep, this is the base move right here. Here we go one at a time, and I coach it. Pull, slide, and swim. Pull, slide, and swim. Pull, slide, and swim. Pull, slide, and swim. Then we come back on the second one, and I'm waiting on the cameraman to get in place. But we go all together. All together. Second rep. Third rep, we do it on the move. Third rep, we do it on the move. So he gets one individual where I can do a little coaching, then he gets a rep. In the third rep, he does it on the move. It's just, something that we found to be effective that you might, I wish they were that quick. All together. And now the one you saw the guy use on Notre Dame a while ago on the one we were watching on speed on that. We want to get something that belongs to him. We want to pull it, and then we want to slip the hips. Off of that we have a rip, and off of that we have a club, depending on what he does. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, this is a one-on-one situation in practice here. That's the way we work it. We work the drills for 10 minutes. We come back and we practice against each other. Offense against defense for 10 minutes. And it's very helpful to us. And the thing that we try to do over here is be competitive, but don't be foolish. If you are, guys, I learned they won't try things. I want them to try things. And if I raise hell at them about getting beat, they get where they stick with one move the whole time. So you want to be competitive. Here's that shot that we saw earlier. This is one against Notre Dame. Now watch a Notre Dame left tackle's left leg, if you can see. Watch his snatch. See him snatching? Good pull. Here he is right here at the top. The whole objective is to get that elbow and that knee by the block. Once I get that elbow and knee by, I'm on the way to the quarterback. This is a good one right here. Watch it right side. Pull slide swing. Been a good rush for us. Now, if he jams me, if I start my pull slide and swim and he jams me, I'm going to come off my swim and go to a rip. Okay? That's an option off of it right there. Here I'm pulling it, he jams me, I convert now from a swim to a rip. I can't swim a guy who's got his hands in my chest like that, or who's jammed me or got a hold of my jersey or whatever. So now I convert the swim move to a rip. And you say, well, we're talking about some of the guys out there, well, go, if you coach wrestling or you ever, it ain't nothing but a counter is all it is. He jams, whoop, I come with a rip. And it's really not hard to learn. It takes some practice you have to work on. We work 10 minutes a day, but here's one right here in practice. He jammed me, and he comes with a rip right here. He's got a hold of them. When they get a hold of those jerseys and everything, you got to do something to help you guys. You got to give them something to get away from that kind of stuff. Here's a nice full slide rip up here for the side. See the rip? Here's a good one right here. I don't know if you can see it. Right there on the right end, he does a real good job of throwing that rip in there and leaning on it and getting us out. Here's a good one. It's a good effort by the linebackers. Saw him. What we're doing now is dropping this one and rushing this one. Is what we're doing. We're swapping, one drop and whichever one drop, and then you can gain those guys, whatever. That's good, man. Here's a nice rip. We get a holding penalty on this one. And the thing that I put this one in there for is this right here. He doesn't get the good pull. He gets it and throws a rip. And it's really a good technique here. But if you don't pull him, he's able to open up like that. So you want to pull him. Now, if you get your rip in there and the guy sits on your rip, now what I tell you? Okay? This is what we call a limp arm. Give him a limp arm, take it away from him. You can use this as a counter if he locks up on your rip, or you can use it as a technique. The boy at Minnesota that such a good 75, Millard. This is his move right here. This is his move. This is really where I got that move. Nice limp arm move. Easy to teach. Pivot on the inside, limp arm. Here's one right here in one-on-one. And this now is a counter move. He didn't plan this move. He threw a rip. He was going to use what we call a rip and run. And the guy clamped it. And so he countered it with a limp arm. Here's a counter move too. The nose is going to bob and slide it. The center grabbed him. He limp armed and got it out. Again, getting that shoulder and elbow back. Here's a good one against Florida last year. Now he's using it as a primary. See him throw it on the snap?
He already determined what he was going to do?
Yeah. Yeah, but he knew if the guy gave ground, he was going to limp on him. It's his move too. This guy got about 5 sacks off this one thing right here. Good at it, really good at it. See, what he's done now, see, that was his primary. That was what was his thought right there. Well, you use it for a counter and use it for a primary. And that was, with him, it was a primary. Now, here's a counter right here. I don't know if you can see this right through there. You see it pulling out of there? He gets it caught up in there, right there. You can see it. I hope you can see it. He pulls it out of there nice. Now, here's one. Watch 57, the right guard. You get it? Yeah, I remember I got chewed on this. Coach Sherrill. I shot him back. Well, I was glad he sacked him, you know. He'd give me one of those, and I'd give him one of those, you know. Coach Sherrill said, penalty. But it's yeah, a good sack. I like to see him enjoy it. But watch him right here. Watch 57. Now, he uses this one as a primary. And you see him stick it in there and then pull it out. I'm trying to move back where y'all can see. Here's one by the contained rusher. Count. I believe, yeah. See him shoot it in and pull it out? It's a good little move and not hard at all to teach. This is Bob Swat and swim and Bob Swat and rip. What we want to do here is we want to give them a good head and shoulder fake. This is for a short center, aggressive guy. We want to give him a good head and shoulder fake. And we want this. We want him to transfer his weight to the side we're faking. And then we want to swat him and help him move in that direction. Then we can use our swim, or then we use, if he reaches and grabs us, we use a club, we use a rip. Second rep. Third rep, on the move. Trying to run through this a little bit. Here it is right here. Now the SWAT saves him here. This is why we use those bags I showed you earlier. Because sometimes it don't go just like you want to. You really got to have a good swat or a good slap or whatever you might want to call it. Bob it, swat it, swim. Here it is with the inside lane. It's the inside lane. Same thing. Second rep. Third rep. Minutes a day. Then we go to this routine. Now here's a good technique by this kid. Bob Swat. Now the tackle's got good feet. You see him fall back on him? Now he's going to rip it and run. See him lean on it? Yeah, lean on it. Don't let him push you by the quarterback. Throw that rip in there and lean on it. Here's a good one by 98 right here too. Aggressive guy, trying to really punch him hard, and he uses that nice Bob Swat.
Lines on the practice field right there is rush lane.
Yeah, yeah. And we're not real strict with them, but I don't want them, fooling themselves, running away the hell out there or something like that. So we use the lines and we use that target we were talking about earlier, which I think is helpful for us. Bob Swat swing. And again, here's a rip. Here's a Bob here, and the guy grabs him. See Thomas come now with a rip. He just converted, when the guy grabbed him, he converted to a rip. I think this might be a rip here. This is in 1-1. Bob Swat. See him throw the rip. gave him, and he came with a rip. I think this is a double rip here, yeah. He got him one time, and he came with it the second time. Right three. Nice bottom swat. I hope you can see it. Good swat. Good bottom swat. Really got lucky right there. This is a good one. If you can see this one up here. Watch your left thigh here. This is a good bottom swat. This is really a fun story. This kid, this shit game was on ESPN. This kid started laughing about right here. I swear, he picked it up on that. You can hear him. I mean, he was so damn happy. I guess he put a boo on the kid, but it was unbelievable. He came over to we listened to it when we got back. I guess he was just delighted. He made a good move on it. But it's really a nice bottom front swim. I think this is the back end view of it right here. No? I think I got a back end shot of this one. So you see. Watch this one. Here's a bob shot swim, and he's going to come with a club. Watch the right guard here if you can. See him club it? Can you see his right arm? I think it's his right arm come over. And he makes a nice bob swat. What's his left arm? I'm sorry. He makes a nice bob and swat. And the guard reaches out right there and grabs him. So he feels him grab him and he counters with a club like that. Can you see it?
Yeah, I was looking at the other side.
Now, the thing we did that we talked about earlier, we didn't do right here. If you watch our left guy over here, upfield shoulder, he's on the downfield shoulder, see, and the quarterback now is able to get out of there. Fortunately, we got him. We ran him down over here and got him, but we had him pinned in if we'd have been on upfield shoulder. Here's a nice bob swat. I think that was in slow motion too, if you can see. Here's a good one right here. See the real quick move he makes on the guard right there. In fact, it was so quick it really kind of screwed us up because this kid right here is working and he loses contain because we get up the middle so quick that it really flushes the quarterback. But it's really a good bob in that guard. Now, we were lucky we had the nose in the read here. And so he became the second container on that thing and forced a bad pass. But now here's a low block. Here's what we talk about with our hands. We got extended hands. And so we were working the low block. Here's one you can see him, knock the guy's hands down, boom, right there. Knock your hands down, reach and grab the pad, full slide and swing. Y'all see that okay? Watch it right there. You got to do something with them when they extend it like this. You got to take care of those hands some way. Now watch your nose, you'll see. He makes a big circle. See him sweep it right there? In fact, I don't like it that big, but it comes all the way back over here. That's for that guy's trying to get that hard jam on him, and he's got his hands extended. Low block. Reach, get pad, full side swing. See him slap him back? Now he's going to slap him down here, and the guy's going to come with a counter and grab him. See him right here? Now, rather than swimming, see him throw the rip right there? He's going to, rather than swim in here, he's going to throw the rip. There's the swing. I don't know if you can see his hands or not. Again, knocks him down, his hands ain't in. Knock down, full slide and swing. We got those lanes pretty well defined right there too. You can see the guy really don't know what to do. I don't know if you can see this one. This is a good little block here. Now he does something here that we talk about. See where he tackles quarterback? We always talk about tackling the quarterback high. We miss a sack here because he's a great rush, a great technique, but he tackles quarterback around the waist and the guy's able to throw the football away. Here's a nice little block. Low block, lean. Incomplete pass. Here it is right here, TV shot. Good job leaning back in there too. I don't know if you can see this one. This is a low block. Florida State. Good sack right there. What's that all? But here's a good one right here now that you might, I don't know if you can see it. See if you can see his hand. You can see him bring his hand over and swipe the hands down. There's two ways you can do it. We swipe it this way, and then we have one where we knock it and swipe. Knock it down and swipe. If we're going this way, knock it down and swipe. This is a nose. I think you can see this one. Now, this is a guy we call the soft sitter. This is a guy that is being very passive. And now, when he's being very passive, we feel that we have to become aggressive. Collapse the pocket with him. And again, the thing that we talk to him all about, you is number one enemy. But this guy right here is his enemy also. They do not want you backing those guys up, stepping on their feet. They do not want you backing those guys up and not letting them follow through right here like that. So, it's a soft guy. Now, this is a great shot right here. I know you're not going to be able to see it. Somebody up front might can. Watch the left defensive tackle here. Now, watch the offensive, Florida offensive right tackle. See if his left foot, see his left foot? He steps right on Shane Matthews' foot right there. I wish you could see it. He backs up so hard, bam, he steps right on Shane's foot. And this kid really makes a great play, and of course nobody saw it but me and his mom, because they all watching the ball. But he steps right on Shane's foot, which affects the throw. Which affects the throw right there, and that old boy's got his feet down the boundary. But because of that good push up the field, we were okay on that. There's a soft sitter now. Somebody and I were talking about out there, and we jam that guy. You know, we're talking about jamming that guy. If he's sitting soft, we stab that guy right there and become real aggressive with it. Here's another one where the push, you can see what the push does, because the safety's not over the top, and we really couldn't run with that guy for him. Here's this close at the back end of it. Watch your right tackle here. This is the one that steps on Shane's foot. Right there. So we're talking about getting that push up the field, getting in the quarterback's path. This is one right here. It's a soft sitter against Alabama this year. Watch how soft the guy. He stabs him and works upfield for the sack. When he's passive like that, when he's sitting and he's got his weight back, then the thing we think we need to do is become aggressive and attack him. Now, I don't like the bull rush. Now, here's a good one. Let me show you this one, and then here's one right here where the quarterback actually hits the guard's headgear with his arm. You know, see it? What happened is the guard is so far back underneath that he throws the ball and he hits his arm. If he'd hit his hand, it'd probably broken it, to tell you the truth. You know, and on offense, I know how you always do it. Get them away from the quarterback. They don't, you know, the offensive coaches don't want that quarterback doing this and hitting his hand, which I don't blame them. But on defense,